Hello, dear beautiful world. Today, I would like to talk a little about the individual. When we talk about an individual, we can't any longer talk about numbers, math, chemicals, behaviors. Of course, behaviors is part of it. But qualities, strengths, forces, values, these are all faculties and sides to a person that can't be explained with materialism. To actually talk about a human being and their inner world and their spirit and their soul requires esoteric knowledge. It requires to be able to see a human being much bigger than what they appears to be in the physical eye, because we know for a fact that human beings are more than just random molecule cells that conglomerated into an intelligent being. How can millions and millions of cells that are dumb cooperate and make us to us that is intelligent, that can explain and explore and make concept about the world around us we are living in? It's like everything we are making from our inner world is in relation to the outer world. And if you're talking about only your inner world, your memories, your feelings, and you close your eyes, it is not the outer world anymore, but a completely new, with different rules, with different sensations. And that is why it requires to explore it and to practice it and to actually get to know ourselves. What is our strengths? What is our weaknesses? When is our cycles upwards? When is our cycles downwards? Because there is no one that only goes upwards. That's not possible. Everyone crashes down, not crashes down in a dramatic sense, but every cycle dies out so a new cycle can come. And remember, the universe never stands still, and you feel it when you sit still. You feel yourself, you want to move, your inner being wants to move, it wants to dance with the universal forces. And that is why we human beings, and especially in the West, is very, very, what is the word for it? We are so occupied with doing, that we don't allow ourselves to sit still and to feel ourselves, our I. And from here, the observer I, the overseer I, can explore and experience most stuff. Take a memory as an example. Take it forth, a specific memory, and view it in your consciousness. You can invoke it and do it repeatedly. Of course, over time, you don't want to force it, but the more you watch that memory, the more clear it becomes. And it is objective. You can put your feelings and emotions into it if you want to, but what would be the purpose of that? You would not be able to judge and to discern the memory in an objective way if you put your own personal feelings into it. You see that memory in relation to the rest of the world and what kind of effects you did. Because every action we do have a consequence, have a result. Are you aware of these results? Are you aware of how you may make people feel when you speak? Of course, I am pretty extreme. I use every ounce of my being to grow and to evolve and to become more. and to become what I am supposed to become, trying to follow the natural rhythm of myself and of the world, instead of be dragged around by cultures and society, and be dragged around by pressures and be forced by people to do something you don't want because you had a lower soul force than they had in the moment. But we have a choice. We have a choice to follow our passions, to follow our dreams, and to grow to new beautiful beings that have new values, can see a deeper and a stronger beauty, and to be creative and inspirational, to have values that comes out in the moment instead of having written down different rules you follow by that you don't even have a feeling to why you are following the rules. You got to combine and to give yourselves reasons, give yourself purpose to follow these rules, that you will get results from following these rules, because we are living karma in our every wake. Our human body is karma of millions of choices we have done in our life and build up to this. And we are not supposed to be ashamed of these choices. We're supposed to see these choices, what we are, where we are right now, and where we are going. What kind of choices do we make now, and to promise ourselves that we can do things better. We can, by day, remove and transmute and change our habits little by little so that we can become something better, something more, because we have been putting out a lot of disasters and chaos in this world. And to introduce order and to introduce love, real empathy, real bonding, to see the world as brothers and sisters instead of seeing us as segregated groups of countries that has different culture, but those culture are in war with each other because they do not agree. But it is only different ways of seeing things, and they are not made as to compete with each other. They are made as to complement each other. It is like a giant museum where you can see all different kinds of flavors of the humankind, and to honor it and to respect it and to see the beauty in all of the roles we are playing in different countries, and all roles are just as important as anything else. And we can choose to cultivate extra roles, extra faculties, if you have the time, energy and life force to do it. I want to do it. I want to do the best I can do, but not so much as so that I burn out and die inside and can't put out more. I did that for a while, and I became so tired. I became so low by putting out content that felt forced. But now I put out content when I feel inspirational and when I feel creative. It is so important to cultivate creativity and inspiration, or else our inner world, our inner visualization, our inner fantasy and dreaming and solutions to many of our problems disappear and die out. That faculty dies out if we don't cultivate it. If we don't cultivate different sides to ourselves, we become less and less human in essence. We become more robotic. We become more survival and gaining. And those two faculties alone are not enough. We need values and beauty and love and empathy and art and spirituality. All of these things are just as much a part of life as we are as physical bodies. And even though these faculties I am mentioning is invisible or can't be touched, we know they are there because we live it. We have many human beings, we have many beings that actually have all of these faculties, and you can both prove it away, and you can prove that it exists. But if you want to prove it away, you want to prove something of yourself away. You want to prove that something you have is not there, so that you can, I don't know what kind of feeling that was, why someone would want to feel that feeling, but I want to feel that there is more than just this physical world, and it is experiential, it's livable, you can live it. So that is what I had to say today. May the divine realms bless us all and guide us on our path to a new human root race. Love you all. Goodbye.